Hey people, I said I would do this little video on your MFDs or your multifunction displays, and that would actually be these right here. Most of your road trains will have these. Now, not all of them, but if you depending on what you're using, the 4400s will have them, and crap, I can't think of the other one that I like to drive, but yeah. Anyway, to switch between the two and what they show. Well, let's start off with the first one here. Okay, so this is your brakes, where they are at the current moment. My brakes are applied, the parking brakes are applied. Emergency reservoir 80, brake pipe is 80. BC, that I'm not quite sure of. I know it has to do with the air pressure, so feel free to write it down or put it in the info below if you know exactly what that is. I'm thinking brake coupler, but I don't know. Anyway, then your main is at right now is at 138, and my rear is at 80, and flow is at 0, meaning my brakes are locked up. Speedometer, my distance meter is off. Now your distance meter, if you look at your keyboard, right above the number 9 on the numeric pad is a little asterisk. That turns that distance meter on and off. You can use that. It comes in real handy for monitoring your length of your train as you're going into yards or certain tracks. Press the star button, turn it on like this, and turn it off by pressing the star button again. Now you can press the right shift and the star button, and it'll do a reverse countdown. So for example, this train is actually 5608 feet. Okay, so a little over a mile. This will do a reverse countdown going forward, and then press the star again to go off. So that star for your regular distance, 01, 02, so on. Star off, right shift and star to do a reverse countdown on the length of your train. Some people would like to use that as well. I guess for loading areas or whatever. Have fun. Your train number is the next one. This one is BNSF 7393. So that's right here. Your reverser, right now I'm in neutral, amps, and throttle, which would be your notches 1 through 8. This has to do with your torque, I think, how many foot torque. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that or exactly what that is. Alright, over speed, as said, 70, independent brakes on the lead, brakes are on the front. This one I'm not sure of, and this one I'm not sure of. But anyway, just doing just the basics. So again, feel free to write in there on the different things of what they are. To switch between these screens, you press the Z or Zeta key, and press again. Notice that it went to this one. Press once and it went back to here. Sometimes you have to press a couple of times, like there. Press back there and it goes back. Press once and both are off. Now whichever one that this is highlighted on is the screen that you're going to be working on. Notice only one can be highlighted at a time. Now you got main page, train stats, locomotive motors, DPU, track bulletins, and traction motors. Now why would you have this? You shift these between C, Charlie, and X. So C to go forward between them, X to go back. Okay. I like to go like this. Put one of them that's going to have all my basic information in right here in yellow. Train symbol, everything. How many loads, empties, total axles, etc., etc. Then I would hit the Z key and switch over to this one over here. Let me move my camera over to this one. Now this one here is your main. If you have your bell on, it'll show. And what can you have here? Well, you can have anything over here. Again, you can have the same thing, or you can have different information, like your locomotive information. What is your engine RPMs, compressor RPMs, temperatures, fuels. You can have that at your fingertips right there. This is good if you're running DPUs or multiple DPUs. It shows you, like I have 2, so I got like 3 or 4 engines on the front and 1 on the back, and you can actually control it and work with it here. Monitor is what I'm trying to say. Monitor it here. I've done a video on how to do multiple DPUs, so I'm not going to go through that. But you can monitor it right here, and it comes in real handy to know which engine is at what. And right now everything is tied together, going to be running at the same. Going on to the next one is here's your track bulletins. If there's any track bulletins for your area, it'll show up right here. And lastly, your traction motor switches. This I never mess with. I just don't. So, and X to go back to wherever you want it to be. I usually keep one here and one on the other side there so that I can see everything I need to, with the exception of when I'm running multiple DPUs independently. Not independently, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, it's one of those days today. Anyway, I said I'd do a quick explanation and what they are. So again, feel free to jump in below and add in things that I'm not sure what they are. It's probably because I